how do you keep going and training? Strap in is the first thing I would say. It's a bit like if you're headed on a journey and the expectation that the journey is going to take a few minutes, but it takes over an hour. It's easy to get impatient or to give up. If you start the same journey with a more realistic expectation for how long it would take to get to your destination, you can strap in and be a bit more patient. And training's the same. If you're expecting quick wins over something that just takes a long time, you just need to reset and to make more realistic expectations. A good coach will be able to guide you on how to reach your goal, and an experienced coach will be able to tell you how long it will take and the level of commitment required. And sometimes that may not be what you want to hear, but it's essential that you do, because otherwise if you start with those unrealistic expectations, you'll always end up disappointed. The other thing I would suggest if you want to remain motivated is to aim to make some early progress. Now that sounds obvious, but let's take fat loss for example. If you're to buy into the process, you need to be able to relax into it. So you can only do that when you know it's working. And to know it's working, you need some reliable feedback and some measurements. Otherwise, you can imagine how frustrating it will be if you get started and you do actually make a load of effort, a load of changes to your life, only for those changes to be unsuccessful. So when I speak to people and I tell them what I do for a living, often they ask me questions that show that they would be unlikely to be successful if they try to lose weight on their own. So often, by way of example, those questions can be things like, what exercises should I do to lose weight off my midriff? Or what can I eat to lose weight? And fat loss is a whole body deal. It's not about it's actually about trying to use more energy than you take in over a sustained period. And to do that, you need to make sure that you are recovered enough to get the training in. So it's no good smashing in one session today, only for you not to be able to train for another 10 days. Actually, it's actually taking a long-term view and making your training something that you look forward to and that's sustainable. Something else I would suggest is that you find short-term targets. It's important to build in the buzz of the quick wins into a longer-term plan. So you can simply break up the goal into 3 to 4 week challenges and plan some downtime afterwards to stay fresh. So the goal in those downtime periods isn't to completely let loose, but it's just to give your head a bit of a rest. That can be a day where you simply eat to your hunger levels, or it could be a treat, whatever works for you. But also, if I'm working with clients, I like to keep lots of measures of performance, even if their goal is more related to aesthetics and body image. The reason for that is if you can see yourself improving in loads of different ways, it gives you a feeling of being more motivated and actually gives you more of an accurate insight to the positive changes that you are making to your body. The last thing I would say is stay in your lane. This is an important one. You really do need to focus on your own game. So just try to tick off one goal at a time. Otherwise you can end up trying to lose weight on a Monday, max your strength out on a Wednesday, and then trying to improve your endurance on a Friday. Now just bear in mind that the less goals you have, the greater the likelihood is that you'll reach them. So try and stay focused on the things that will actually improve your life in the way that you want, and then avoid all other distractions.